Hello everyone and welcome back to Covetous Imp Gaming. Today I want to talk about the OGL 1.1, what it means for me, what it means for you, and what it means for the world of Dungeons & Dragons. If you like this video, please hit the like button, leave us a comment below about videos you'd like to see in the future, hit the subscribe button and the bell so you're alerted to our future content, and check us out on Facebook and Patreon. Those links are down below. Wizards had an open game license referred to as OGL 1.0A, and that open game license allowed third-party creators to make and profit from basically the rules of D&D, using a few spells, some monsters that Wizards didn't own the rights to, like Goblin and Troll and Dragon, Demon, Devil. These things that you can't really own because they've been in so many other literary works, etc., and allow you to profit from basically using these things, and you had to then create the rest. That document is being revoked being replaced by a new open game license. I wanted to wait for an actual release from Wizards of the Coast before I was going to say anything. But the language that was released in OGL 1.1 was unacceptable to every single third-party creator that saw it, including myself. The Wizards tax, as I call it, would bankrupt almost any third-party creator. Now, while they have seemed to have backpedaled on that, it's no surprise that they would want their cut, despite them having record-breaking years these past few years, and insane numbers and insane interest in Dungeons & Dragons that hasn't been seen in years past. Wizards scrambled to put out a press release delaying the release of OGL 1.1. And in the verbiage that was used in that press release, it still sounded completely unfair to creators, and the bottom line is it was all a lie. Their ability to cancel you because they disagree with your work isn't their place. It takes away your free will as a writer. You have to write what Wizards wants you to write. They say they're doing it to protect you, the player. But in other releases, they've said that 80% of their revenue comes from 20% of their players. And their breakdown of that was that Dungeon Masters spend more money than players do, and they were trying to find a way to rake in more of that player money. Does it still sound like they're trying to protect you? So the important question in all of this is why? Why is the third-party market so profitable? And the answer is simple. They're willing to do what Wizards won't. They will write an evil campaign. They will write homebrew rules and publish them and give you new ideas. Wizards, especially lately, has been producing safe content. It's been sugar-coated and candy-coated, and it feels like it needs more work when you buy a book, to the point that you may as well just write your own campaign to begin with. It seems like this line of where your contract will get canceled with them exists in a gray area, and you likely won't know until after you've crossed it. I'm not telling you not to play Dungeons & Dragons. I'm asking you to be educated on all sides of this story and to form your own opinions. My homebrew game uses the Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition rule set, and will continue using the Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition rule set for a couple reasons. One, it doesn't cost my players any more money. Wizards of the Coast doesn't get any more money from me running my homebrew game at home. 2, I don't want to start over. And 3, I don't want to take my players a quarter of the way through this story and have to change up an entire rule set on them. I'm fortunate as a new third-party creator that I have created everything from scratch. And the only thing that I really use from the OGL or anything like that is the fact that I use the 5e rule set. When it comes time for me to go to print, I can adapt to any rule set that is out there. And if we're on any OGL other than OGL 1.0, my release will not be Dungeons & Dragons compatible. Cobalt Press and Paizo are titans in the third-party industry, and they've had great success under OGL 1.0. Well, they've announced that they're both moving on and creating their own rule sets. Their rules will have game licenses similar to OGL 1.0 and will allow for third-party creation under their open game license. Cobalt Press's rule set is being called Project Black Flag. In the description down below, I will put a link to the Project Black Flag site. There's a short description on that page, and at the bottom there is a little bit of an info block that you can fill out to be included on their email list for testing and other things as Project Black Flag progresses. This channel will remain dedicated to its viewers. If you agree with the things that I've said in this video, please feel free to share it with your friends and your fellow players. Remember that we don't need Wizards of the Coast. Wizards of the Coast needs us. They need our money. All you need to run a successful tabletop RPG is a rule set that everyone at the table agrees on, some dice, and some paper. If Wizards of the Coast or D&D is something that you plan on leaving in your past, think about your local game store. Tell them that you're done with D&D. And tell them what comes next for you in the future. Let them support your gaming needs still, even if it's something they don't carry. Reach out and say, will you carry this? Will you support this? So that they can support you and you can support them. In the coming weeks, I'll be looking into and reviewing a few game systems that have been brought up to me in the past. Beyond that, I will be following Project Black Flag from Cobalt Press very closely. I hope this video resonates with everyone. Let me know in the comments below how you're feeling, where you plan on going from here, and how we can get there together. We'll see you soon.